Brothers and sisters, Brother John Watchman for that great day, coming back at you today. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world, and we are in the season of Purim. Even though Purim, a lot of brothers and sisters looking to Purim, there's been a study. We're just in the time. So I'm giving you a heads up and a look. And I'd like to add this into our thoughts about his soon and very near arrival. Could be today. It could be tomorrow. All right? Just let's keep looking up. All right? But without further ado, I want to share with you guys, a video. Let me see if I can do this. I'm going to share Brother Stephen Dexter's video. All right? Let's do that. Alright, if I can. Let's just see if I can get it on the screen. Because this is important. I'm going to share about 3 minutes of it with you. And I'll even post the video itself after in the About box. Alright, let's watch this. Here we go.
The full moon on March 18th falls on the last day of Purim, which commemorates the saving of the Jewish people from Haman, an Achaemenid Persian Empire official who was planning to kill all the Jews in the empire, as recounted in the book of Esther. Haman's plot to kill the Jews was foiled when King Ahasuerus ordered him to be hung on the very weapon he had built to kill the Jews. Persia is the ancient name for the nation of Iran, and just as this Iranian official intended to kill the Jews in ancient times, we see the present Ayatollah of Iran, Khamenei, plotting to annihilate the Jewish people and wipe Israel off the map by 2040. Just as Haman was hung on the gallows he had built for the Jews, we very well may see nuclear weapons which Khamenei intends to use against the Jewish people be turned and used against his country instead.
That which has been is what will be. That which is done is what will be done. And there is nothing new under the sun. Is there anything of
Ecclesiastes 1:9,
which it may be said, see, this is new. It has already been in ancient times before us.
Could Israel make a move on Iran's nuclear facilities between March 16th and 18th as a prophetic parallel of the events of the book of Esther? With a retaliatory attack by Iran like the 9/11 equivalent I spoke about in my previous video, where I shared a dream I received from the Lord? There are no public indications of an imminent attack by Israel. But if they were to attack Iran's nuclear facilities in a preemptive strike, their best strategy would be to successfully execute a surprise attack, just as they have implemented in the past with the Entebbe operation in 1976 and the attack on the Iraqi reactor in 1981. We will have to wait and see, but as the Iranian nuclear deal nears completion, we hear Israeli Defense Minister Benny Gantz saying that now is the time to act on Iran, as well as ex-Israel ambassador to the United States Michael Oren saying that if this deal is what we think it is, what we fear it's going to be, it will lead inextricably toward a regional war. An attack by Israel on Iran's nuclear facilities would be the perfect catalyst for the Gog-Magog war, as well as the peace covenant the Antichrist will confirm with many for 7 years.
All right. So now I want to read to you a little piece in Israeli News 365. And for that, I will get to the... All right, so how do I do this? All right, so coinciding with Purim, if the deal that they're working on right now, the JCPOA, if the deal gets signed on Thursday, which is today, or Friday, it will coincide with the holiday of Purim. The holiday begins Wednesday evening and ends on Thursday evening. That would be today for us, right? Tonight for Jerusalem. But in Jerusalem, it is celebrated 24 hours later. So Friday, tomorrow, is still Purim. This would be remarkable as negotiations have been ongoing for 11 months. This follows the same detail of the book of Esther. And, of course, the holiday of Purim commemorates the miraculous reversal, turning the existential threat from the Persian-Iranian government into divine salvation. I'll read a little bit earlier to share what the book of Esther. So in the first month, that is the month of Nisan, in the 12th year of King Ahasuerus, which means the lot, was cast before Haman concerning every day and every month, until it fell on the 12th month. That is the month of Adar. So that is the month that we are in right now. Some believe it to be Passover, but there's many things pointing to no. But at any rate, the month of Adar, and the new moon of April the 2nd, of course, would be the first day of Nisan. Is it a new moon? I forget where the new moon is. Yeah, new moon. At any rate, get back to the thought here, and it brings us to a place where the JCPOA, what is being asked for. So on the eve of Purim, a signed agreement resurrecting the Iran deal looms imminent. For those who forgot, another lucrative agreement between a political and a Persian ruler signed 2,500 years ago was also intended to annihilate the Jews, the Jewish people. Still, it didn't work out as planned. There's a lot going on with this particular time here, and I'll just read a little more. This removing the sanctions. Rafael Grossi, the Director General of the International Atomic Agency, Energy Agency, said in an interview with France 24 on Tuesday that as long as Russia receives written guarantees from the U.S. that its demands will be met. Tuesday, as long as Russia, did you get that, receives written guarantees from the U.S. that its demands will be met, all of the involved parties are on the verge of finalizing an agreement on the recent talks being held in Vienna. There was a brother that I watched earlier, Brother Ross, and I can't remember his channel, but I'll post the channel in the about box as well below this video. Was talking about these talks in Vienna. As one of the parties in the deal, that's Russia is one of the parties in this. All right, now Russia supplies Iran with much of their nuclear equipment, and believe me, Russia and Iran and Turkey are all in that same the big three of Ezekiel, is what I call them. So as one of the parties to the deal, Russia demanded that a condition be signed for signing would be removing the sanctions placed on them due to the Russian invasion of Ukraine. I can tell you right now, that doesn't seem likely, all right, because there's a whole thing with what's going on and who's provoking the invasion, all right? It's not all Russia's fault, okay? But the United States and NATO and those that are the globalists and the world order people, all right, are pushing this forward. This news comes as U.S. officials insist that the two issues would not be connected in the negotiations. So it doesn't look good, but when it comes down to the last part of this article, it says this. But the Biden administration, see, because they're against this, right? There's, despite claims by the Biden administration that the JCPOA will permanently prevent Iran from developing nuclear weapons, many lawmakers are convinced that is not true. On Monday, 49 senators, only 49? 49 senators announced their opposition to reviving the JCPOA. That was Tuesday. This represents almost 50 Republican senators in the 100-member. Notice it's one shy of a complete half of a 100-member U.S. Senate. Their criticism was threefold. The JCPOA does not completely block Iran's ability to produce a nuclear weapon. It does not limit Iran's ballistic missile program, and it does not confront Iran's support for terrorism. Signing a new agreement as an executive agreement, Iran has insisted that this be done to ensure the future administration could not reverse the deal. This seems unlikely. It would require congressional approval of 2/3, and the JCPOA currently has nearly overwhelming opposition. But, there's always a but, brothers and sisters, but Biden administration could bypass a congressional vote by adopting the JCPOA as a treaty. And I had just asked a question of a sister in the Lord who lives in the UK, could this treaty be a 7-year treaty? There's a lot going on right now. We don't know necessarily, but this is interesting. And it has also been suggested that the administration could try to slide the new agreement through as if it was the previous agreement that had received congressional approval. And that was, of course, during the time of Obama. There's a lot going on here, brothers and sisters. The whole thought here is with what our brother Stephen Dexter has placed out, providing that we're in that time period of the last generation, according to Psalms 90:10, and we're directly heading towards June, all right, which would be the end of May. Oh, and by the way, I saw a video the other day, Wion, W-I-O-N, and it's like a news channel with, it's like an Indian woman that sits at a desk, and she gives the, she's the commentator. And she said something about that by the end of May, the war with the Ukraine would be over due to calculations on Russia's ability and all this, by the end of May. So preface that with the first day of June, according to Stephen Dexter's calculations, starting the tribulation. So brothers and sisters, we're on the verge of being taken out. We can't go on and on and on. There's got to come a point where the world is already very dangerous and we're living in perilous times. All right? It's not just us that are watching. The world is sensing. And as I said in another video yesterday, was how fertile the ground is. And this morning I got the grounds of the Ukraine are being used to bring forth the Antichrist. Okay? So we're there, brothers and sisters. We're there. What will happen with the JCPOA? Will it be approved or slip through as this seems to say that it could be? We don't know. But it directly relates to what Brother Stephen Dexter has shared. So I'll put Stephen's video, that video that he just made like 6 days ago. I'll put that video in. I'll put this article in. And God bless you all. And prepare to hear the shout, the sound, the glorious sound of the shofar blowing around the world. And whether the people of the world hear it or just those who are saved and born again and change in the moment, in the twinkling of an eye, I don't know. All I know is you're going to hear something. It's going to sound like, maybe like this. Hallelujah! Another video, but some information. Read it and look at this article. Watch Brother Stefan's video, think about it, and even the other video. I could actually place both, but I'll place this one. You can go and check out the one that he gave earlier with his dream and explanation. So be blessed. Your Brother John loves you, and I know our Lord loves us. Okay? We're just a family, and we got to stick it out. We got to endure and make it to the end. But the birth pangs, they're happening, brothers and sisters. Be alert, be aware, be blessed. Okay? Greater is he that lives in you than he that is in the world. So, Brother John, watchman for that great day, signing off. Love you.